Ladies and gentlemen, get ready to listen to some mumbly jumbly. All the way from St. Albans, your host for tonight, Abs the Magic, Supercoach Godfather.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for joining. And to all my friends out in the Philippines, mabuhay. Now, we're going to continue on with how to drive this Ferrari. We've reached episode 2. Now, in episode 1, I left you with a question. And, oh my God, I got 53 answers. I was hoping to get at least 10 or 20, but I'm so happy. You're making me very happy today. I got 53. So, because you make it the effort to give me an answer, I'm going to make an effort to go to each one of you and correct your questions. I'm going to give you the correct answers to everybody. Now, the question was, what was the question? All right. It's pre-season. The SCodfather has said, don't start with Oliver. 6 other well-known podcasters have said, start with Oliver. Your friends have said, don't start with Oliver. Your neighbor has said, start with Oliver. What would you do? A was, you'll start Oliver. B was, you won't start with Oliver. And C was, you will do your own research and go with your guts. Well, I'll give you the answer after I go through all these answers that you've given me. Okay, let's go through them. We start first with the fried monkey. He said, last year, I would have just gone with the majority expert opinion since it was his first year. But he's come a long way. That's good to see, young man. Okay, and now he's doing his own research, trusting his own intuition, and making his own calls. He said he's going to start Clary because even though he's going to drop value, he rates it to be a consistent, high, and reliable captain score. That's a good answer, Fried Monkey. I accept that answer. I'm going to give you a like. Okay, let's go next. Charlie Watson. He says, C, own research, and I've come to the conclusion of starting Oliver because he's guaranteed top 8 mid, great captain option, and most highly owned Uber Primo mid, so he's also a blocker. That's correct. If you start them, you don't lose value, so I'm not worried about cash later on. That's fine. Charlie Watson, I'm giving you the like as well. Good answer. Next. Damien Palmer. He says he'll go for C. He said it will hurt me. Clary's my man. The man I love to watch the most in my team. And he even supports Melbourne. But he says, I support the only one I pick first when it comes to Supercoach. He says, but this year, he's going to try something different. He's going to try different structures. He says he's doomed to mediocrity if he keeps repeating the same things over and over. And he says he'll be... Hang on, what did he say? Let's open. There's more here. He says, these are marginal equal options and his pay point I can choose over the opening rounds. I will roll the dice, play the cash game, and upgrade him as my first upgrade. He'll be my team when I win the flag. He says, thank you, SCodfather, for your guidance and wisdom. We're going to give Damien 2 likes. Let me see if I can do it. I can only do 1. Okay, just you got 1 like, Damien, sorry. Okay, next, we go to Murray Duggan. He says, hi, Abs. One of my major dilemmas, C and B at the moment. I'm basing my team around your advice. Oh, you're in trouble, Murray, if you're basing it around my advice. You give me quite a few light bulb moments. Looking to make cash early. All players chosen with this in mind and believe timing with Oliver will be worth the patience. There's more. I can see this segment working. Great pod. Thank you. We're giving you a like. Good answer, Murray. We go to my friend Michael Mitzi. Okay, I'm starting Oliver based on this, he says. I have afforded my team 1 midfielder in the price range 7 to 600k. Well, that means he's got no bond. What's going on, Michael? There's no bond there. Yes, just 1 midfielder. So after doing my research, it came down to Laird or Oliver, and I chose Oliver because I believe he could go higher than Laird. Now, on the other hand, I looked at midfield price around the 550 to 600k range and could not justify starting any of them over Oliver. Well, that's fair enough, Michael, and we're going to give you a like for that as well. Actually, there's more. He says he gambles too much. It's okay. If gambling's not fun, you don't gamble no more. Just calm it down. Okay, now we go to Peter Friedrich. Now he says, I pick C, but I already had determined that I would not start Oliver and pick him up later. So you could say option B. Glad this aligns with the SCodfather as I want to generate the most cash possible. We're giving Peter the like. Jordan David says B. You made some very good points in your video. And if he drops in price, it's a bargain. That's a good point, Jordan. There's also a Petrarca who's tracking well, and now there's a Grundy and Gorn combo who will deduct some disposals of Oliver, so I'll wait and see. Yes, I like that answer, Jordan. Giving you a tick. Curry. I'm going B this season, which means not picking Oliver, as I want LDU as a value pick over him. Good choice, Corey. I'm doing the same. I am worried about the key forwards in the forward line at a cheaper price, like Allen and King. They will not support. Corey, you and me, we're like same thinking. Okay, I like your answer here, Corey. Okay, Corey, you're getting 2 ticks, 2 likes, and I'm gonna press 4 times, 4 likes from me, Corey. Okay, I love your answer. Kotzi. C. Own research and go with the gut. Kotzi, I'm already giving you a like for that. Okay, you've got more here. Abs, these videos you have been posting over the past 3 weeks have been very helpful to me as I try to break the top 1,000 for the first time. Now, Kotzi, if you don't make the 1,000 this year, I'm quitting Supercoach because I'm going to get you in the top 1,000. I promise. Okay, Eddie, let's see what he says. I'm going with Oliver to start. Save the cash, spend it elsewhere, and pick him up as an upgrade later on. Sorry, I'm going without Oliver. Sorry, this doesn't make sense, but now it does. Okay, he's going without Oliver. It's good. Eddie, you're getting a tick. You're getting a like. Good boy. Matthew Anderson, he says, I'm going with C. I'm starting for Oliver. It's probably one of the only ones you said I'm going against. Matthew, what's going on here? Okay, I get your points on why you're not starting with him, but after doing my own research and following my own gut, I'm locking... Matt, because you did your own research, your own gut, I'm going to give you 2 likes for that. You get 2 likes. David Towers, he says... I want to start with 2 primos that I can be confident locking in as a C each week. One of those is Oliver. Will depend on my final structure and who I can fit in, as I like scoring output. I'll be confident with a C or a VC on him. Well, I agree with you, David. 2 ticks for you. Okay, let's keep going. John James, my good friend John James. Let's see what he says. He says, Hi Abdul, as you know, I go with my gut and have started with Oliver since 2017. I have 2, actually I haven't, I lied. I've actually never started with Oliver ever. Anyway, let's continue. I also listen to people like yourself. Well, if you listen to me, you have a problem, John, I'm sorry. But I'm joking, okay, just calm it down. Okay, like yourself and other podcasters, since I like to know what other people are doing. In the end, though, it is my team, so I am the only one responsible for it. A C. Good boy. 2 likes for you, John. Good boy. Benny, going with my guts. C. Worried if I start Oliver. If I don't start Oliver and he goes crazy first few rounds, we'll have missed out on the points as many captain of you. That is correct. It's a high risk not starting him. I'm giving you a like. Good boy, Benny. Nick Karanakis. Tikalis Nick. He says, I have Petrarca in my team because Oliver still has a thumb injury that has... Shh, don't tell everyone, Nick. What are you doing telling everybody this story? Okay, just calm it down, Nick. Don't tell everybody this. Okay, let's start again. I have Petrarca in my team because Oliver still has a thumb injury that hasn't recovered. And if it is further damage, he will require surgery. Risk is too high. If he does hurt it early, Petrarca scores will be huge. Well, this is some inside information we have, everybody, from Nick. Giving him a like. Actually, giving him 2 likes. Okay, my friend Brenton. Now, Brenton is a very wise man. He says, A. He says, while I realize his price will drop, I'm not willing to risk losing a guaranteed captain option while using potentially 2 trades to get him in. My mid-primos are there for the year barring injury. Good boy, Brenton. I'm giving you a tick. I'm giving you an extra tick because I like you. Okay, Dean Walker. He says, B and C. Scott gave me the confidence to leave him out. So for me, it depends on the team as a whole. If my team looks great and there's a little extra cash left, then I might upgrade to a primo to Oliver. Good answer, Dean. 2 ticks for you. Now, Matt Lithgow. He says C. I've heard Oliver is still having trouble with his hand after it was broken last year. A little secret. Well, it's not a secret no more, Matt, because you just said it. Just calm it down, Matt. I'll put in the comments for you to subscribe. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. 2 likes for Matt. Jack West Jr., he's a young man. He says he's doing his own research. He started him for the last 3 years. And he's a D's fan. He's his favourite player. Actually, Jack, he's actually my favourite player too. Even though, not because he's not a Tiger. Alright, he's not my favourite player. But he's my favourite D's player as well. Now, he's currently not in his team, but it could change quite easily by round 1. Okay, good answer there, Jack. Now, Michael Prendergast. Is that a cricket player? You must be a cricket player. That rings a bell. Anyway, must be cousins of a cricket player. Okay, he says, I think C is important. He's an absolute gun. Though I picked B, I don't see him holding his value. I think the aim should be to pick him up later on. Good boy, Michael. Two ticks for you. Okay, Bob Johnson. He says, don't mess with your mids. Any sign that a mid will not play at 100%, Niggle's not fully fit, head's not right, etc. to start the year off. Cross them off. Good boy, Bob. Good answer. Okay, let's go to Robert Gregg, my friend. What does he say? He says, B. I feel I will get him cheaper after a few rounds when I upgrade someone. Risky. I'm hoping he has a slow start to the year. Rob, we're all hoping he has a slow start to the year. 2 ticks for you. Mucha, he says, C. He did his own research and he agrees that Oliver may start huge but will level out by round 6 and will be cheaper than I will stamp him up then. Good boy. 2 ticks for you as well. Now, Ash Loveday, okay, he says, C. My own theory. I like my team set up better with Oliver than without. I have pods no one seems to mention. Well, maybe I'm going to mention them later on, Ash, but I'm going to give you a tick for that. Good answer, Ash. And then we have, and then... He says, Abs, just to calm her down. You are the man. He said, he made it top 1,000 last year by a smidgen. And I can't even say this word. And expect you to help all your followers to make the top 1,000 unless they go rogue. Then they just need to calm her down. He says, his answer is B. I won't be starting Clary this season. I didn't start for the top 4 last seasons. But ended up with them and made the grand final in my cash league and lost, of course. Why did you lose the cash league grand? You can't lose cash league grand finals and then. If you're in a cash league and then maybe you should start him. That's true. Says, love your content with the vids. You're a good man. Well, he knows what he's talking about, this man. He's only when you come down. Just relax and remember one thing. It's nice to be important, but it's important to be nice. Ciao for now. Good. Mate, I love this boy. I'm going to give him 3 ticks. 1, 2... 3 thumbs up for you, and then my Greek friend Ben Mologosus. He says, hey, he'll start with Oliver. He's a D support. How many D support? I've never seen so many D supporters in my life. What's happening? He says, I'm a D supporter. He's a Supercoach beast, as well. He's a captain option each week. Lock away and throw away the keys. Yes, good answer, Ben. 2 ticks for you for that answer. Timothy says, I'm going B, not starting Oliver. Just swapped him for Steele to save 90k. That's 90k is 90k. Trust me, it helps. He says he have led already and will bank on led as captain, using the 90k to upgrade Shizel to Zeeble. Yes, that's a big difference. And yes, Zeeble looks very good. Just to calm it down. Don't tell nobody about Zeeble. Just keep it quiet. Thinking could trade up to Teamich to Oliver eventually. Thoughts? No, you don't trade Teamich to Oliver. Teamich stays in that team. But we get Oliver with a boost. We get rid of 3 rookies that have boosted up in round 6 or 7. We get him at the Richmond game. Tick for you, Timothy. 2 ticks for you, Timothy. Okay, I'm going to take a deep breath. I'll be back. Okay, we continue now. We're with Peter Walsh now. Actually, Peter Walsh used to be a Richmond player. Are you the Peter Walsh that played for Richmond? Peter Walsh. If you are, you're a legend. If you're not, you're still a legend. It doesn't matter because you answered my question. All right, let's go. He says, C, going without the start. Love your work. Good boy, Peter. I'll give you a tick for that. We've got Pack Wolves. He goes, I would go C. However, I would be already leaning towards B because the SCodfather said not to start with Oliver and the SCodfather knows best. I'm giving this man 4 ticks. That's 2, 3, 4. Good boy. But the only thing, Pack Wolves, SCodfather's not always right. Just coming down. Okay, mashed potatoes, he says. C, go with the heart. He says D, just to calm her down. Well, actually, mashed potatoes is the one that got it perfect. The answer is D, just to calm her down. Okay. West Coast Eagles rule. Okay, he says B. I can spend my cash a little better overall, and I'm hoping he'll drop in value to pick him down the track. Good boy. 2 ticks. I like that answer. Actually, it could be good boy or girl, so I'm sorry if it's a girl. I'll just say good person. Okay, good person. Just calm it down. Okay, X. He says A. He doesn't score well against the Dogs. You have a good point. He doesn't. I checked his scores. They're not that good. Petrarca is the one that beats up the Dogs. That's correct again. I'm taking Laird to start with. Both is expensive. That's correct. And I think some of those bit cheaper like Miller and Bont and even McRae will score just as well. Good answer. 2 ticks for you, young man. Okay. Kristen Wick. He says C. Not planning to start him. Trying to get wheels on my Ferrari. Kristen, I'm giving you wheels for your Ferrari. You have a 5-star team here. You got those wheels, okay? Just need to pump up the tyres. Calm it down. Okay, Daryl Hall. He says, actually, that's a musician. Is that a Daryl? No, maybe I'm wrong. I think so. There's a musician called Daryl Hall. Just calm it down. Okay, he says C. I've done my own research, and I'm not starting Oliver. I don't want to start too many high-priced players. He doesn't have an Adelaide Oval game against Adelaide for the 200-ish score. Ooh, I didn't even look at that. Good work, Daryl. I haven't seen that. Man, me and Daryl, we're gonna go places. He says he's a tag risk early and could be low 600k by the time upgrade season starts. With trades boost, it's easier to go to 2 down, 1 up. Daryl, you're getting 1, 2, 3, 4 ticks. Good answer. Old boy, 48. He's as old as me, this man. He says B, very consistent. So won't be out of reach when I gain more money and pick him up. A must-have by game's end. That is correct. See, the old men, they know. They're wise. 2 ticks for you, old man. Old boy. Okay, Darren Walker. He says B. Costs too much at the moment. When the Godfather forbids, that's the word. Darren, you get 2 ticks. Adam Probert says C. Go with the heart. Good boy, Adam. I love going with the heart. 2 ticks for you too. Avtar Johal, he says, C, sway slightly by your research. Good answer. 2 ticks. And Avtar, when you get a chance later on, tell me what nationality that is. I want to say hello to you in your language. I'm trying to guess. I can't work it out. Okay, let me know. Now, Costanzo, he says, now give me the keys to the Ferrari just to calm it down, Costanzo, right? Just to calm it down. But I'm going to give you 2 ticks for that answer. Just calm it down. Now, Patrick Davidson, he says, I won't be starting him at 700k, just to calm it down. Okay, 2 ticks for you. Now, Graham Reynolds, he says B plus C. There is a reason why the SCodfather is ranked 4. Listen to the wise Scott. Graham Reynolds knows what, everyone listen to Graham Reynolds. He knows what he's talking about. 2 ticks for you. Daniel, he says B. Won't start Oliver, but we'll acquire him early. Good boy, Daniel. 2 ticks for you. Chris Pritchard says this is a hard question. It is. You don't get 1 tick because you didn't give an answer. All right, 1 tick for you. All right, Paul Sheehan says A because I trust you. Well, my answer was B. So you don't trust me too much. Okay, but good answer. All right. Banger says just a B. Actually, what was my answer? Was it A or a B? Hang on, let me go up there. Was my answer A or a B? You will start Oliver. No, you won't start Oliver. Okay, it was a B. Okay. James Mulry, he says A. Good answer, James. And Marlum Abbas. Actually, Mariam Abbas. That's Maltese, I think. He says B. Now, the answer that you've all been waiting for, what was it? A, B, or C? Well, the actual answer was all of them. It's either one, A, B, or C. There is no right or wrong answer. They're all correct. So this was an easy question. That's why I said it's a kindergarten question. Okay, but you've all got it perfect. I'm very, very happy. Okay, now let's go to the next question, the one that you're going to answer. Okay, let's find out what it is. Okay, now here is today's question. Okay, I need some answers. Now the question, well, it's episode 2. Question, what would you do? Okay, it's the end of round 1. All right, so we've prayed that our players played well. Round 1 just finished. We are not happy. We are ranked, say, top 3,000. It's not what we wanted. Something went wrong. What are we going to do now? Let's have a look. Let's have a look what happened. The following players are not in your team. So we didn't get these players. And this is what they scored. Okay, we didn't start with Zeeble. He went 148. We didn't start him. Long went 125. We haven't started him. Ridley went 135. We didn't start him. The SCodfather has him, but you don't. Okay, what else happened? Oscar Baker, rookie, went 80. We didn't start Baker. We had no idea. And Sin went 80. We don't have him. So now, what are we going to do? Well, let's have a look. The following players are in your team. Okay, these players are in your team. And they scored the following. And yes, you picked them up. It wasn't my fault. I didn't tell you to do this. Okay, this is what happened. Now, you got Perkins. He went 60. You gambled, but he went 60. You had Stewart. He went 80. Clayton Oliver. He got tagged. We're pretending just to calm it down. We're just pretending that he got tagged, okay? Just calm it down. He scored 60. Gota went 50. Ashcroft. 200k rookie on the field. He went 50. What are you going to do? Or what do you do now? Okay, here are your options. I want these answers down below, please. Okay, I'm gonna give you all love hearts first, and then I'm gonna give you the correct answer, what I think is the right answer. Now, last week I gave you the easy questions. Well, yesterday it was not last week, but it doesn't matter. We'll pretend it was last week. Now today they're gonna get it a little bit harder. Okay, so what do you do? Okay, A, we delete the app just to calm it down. Right, we're not gonna delete the app, right? If I see A, there's problems. Okay, B. We make 3 trades using a boost. C, we make 2 trades, no boost. Or D, we wait for next week, no trades. Which one? A, B, C, or D? I want to see answers on the bottom, and I'm going to read out all your answers in the next episode, hopefully tomorrow night. Okay, thank you for joining. Thank you for everyone that participated, and we would love more participation, but it was awesome the way you all participated. And remember one thing, it's nice to be important, but it's important to be nice. Ciao for now.